screen with you all now. Today we will be talking about two tutorials. Okay, two tutorials. The first one is about various days of celebration that you have been looking in Google Classroom. So we will talk about that first. It's a very small task that you will all have to do. Yeah. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you will have to do is you will have to make a list of important dates related to celebrations of the environment, like World Environment Day, World Ozone Day, Earth Day, Swachh Bharat Mission, etc. Swachh Bharat Divas, etc. So such kind of days you will have to write in this format. Okay. If you have any observation days which specifically is followed in your state, in the state of Gujarat or whatever state you belong to, you can write about it here. Okay. So such observations are not followed in any other part of the country. If you find any such thing, you will write it. If you do not find it, you may leave it blank. No issue. National observation days are those days which are followed only in India, no other country. Like Swachh Bharat Divas is specific to India only, right? So such days you will find out and you will write over here. You have to write the dates, okay? Like 2nd October is for Swachh Bharat Divas. And then you have to write the significance. Significance basically means why is that day followed, what is the mission of or what is the objective of following that day, such kind of things, since when this has been followed, under whose I mean under whose memory such days are being followed. So such kind of things in bullet points you will have to write in the significance column. Okay. World Observation Day could be World Ozone Day, World Environment Day, Earth Day, etc. Those days which are followed all over the world. You will write it over here, here, the dates over here, and the description like this. So you will do that in a Word file, and then you will upload it in the Google Classroom. I have changed the submission date. You will have 1 week time. By next week, you are supposed to do it. Okay. I think I have given you the date as 25th. Any question about it? Okay. So this is your task. Next, I will talk about noise pollution. So in this noise pollution tutorial, what are you supposed to do? So before that, I will talk a bit about what is actually meant by noise pollution. So this PPT that I'm sharing with you now, this is in your theory exam also. Okay. So in your theory also, you will be requiring this PPT. You are supposed to prepare for your exams as per this PPT also. Okay. So we will know what is noise pollution, what are various sources of noise pollution, how does it affect us, and how can we control it. Okay. So see, sound and noise are two different terminologies. Sound is any kind of vibration in air, uh, which is longitudinal vibration in air. You can simply call it any longitudinal vibration in air. You can call it sound. It could be audible, it could be inaudible. Okay, but noise is a part of the sound which is audible, and it is also unpleasant and unwanted. Okay, it affects us in a negative way. So we call it noise. So we also call noise as a form of pollution because it is something which is unwanted, right? So it does not directly harm air, water, and soil. But what happens is that it uh, uh, it directly affects the receiver, that is human. Okay, we are directly affected by this. We will know how are we affected in the later slides, but for now, just know this that the effect of noise pollution is faced by us directly. Sources of noise pollution: it could be industrial source, it could be because of transport vehicles, noise inside the house, in public address systems such as loudspeakers, etc., agricultural machines, defense equipment, and maybe some other sources. So out of these, can you tell me which one of these six, seven, seven sources do you think you face every day and everyone faces? Which one among these seven do you think is faced by all of us every day?
Transport vehicle.
Yeah, that's correct. Transport vehicles, plus it is highlighted also. Household pollution, noise pollution may not be that frequent. Maybe you stay in a house where there are not too many people, okay, and all are adults, so there are less chances of noise. When there are children, you can expect more noise at your house. But if it is not so, then you may not have noise. Okay, so household noise pollution may not be there at every house, but transport vehicle noise pollution due to transport vehicle is something we all face. Okay, industrial sources may not be common for everyone. If you live in a rural area, you might not find this. Public address system is also not something you will see every day. Agricultural machines also is not available everywhere. Defense equipment obviously more rare, and miscellaneous is obviously rare, so it is clubbed into one single source, miscellaneous source. So you can see the transport vehicle is one of the, not one of the, is the biggest source of noise pollution. Physical effects. What are the physical effects of noise pollution? You might start having hearing problem. If you are exposed to too much of sound, too much of noise, too much of high decibel sounds, then you might have hearing problem. Physiological effects could be you might have short-term headache, short-term chest pain, etc. You might have, okay, physiological effects. Psychological effects are depression, emotional disturbance. These you might face, especially if you are sick from other because of other illness. If you are ill, or if you are ill because of some other problems, noise pollution is going to aggravate your situation. Okay, so this is your psychological effect. So how can we measure noise? That is related to your tutorial. So there is an app, okay. Uh, there are many apps actually, but I will share this one specific app with you. Sound level meter. It could also be named as sound meter. I'm not sure. So it's an it's an Android app. You can download that, okay, and you can use it to measure the noise in your surroundings, at your home itself, or maybe in your neighborhood where you go for walk, and see what is the level of noise. Okay. So if it is less than 23, then you can call it a no disturbance. 30 to 60 could be called as uh, a bit high amount of pollution, but it will not cause any permanent damage. Stress, tensions, and psychological problems could be there. 60 to 90 will definitely damage our health. Psychological and vegetative problems could be there. Vegetative state is actually a kind of state where recovery becomes difficult actually. If you search it, what does this term vegetative state means in medical science, you will get to know. Okay. Stomach, gall function, pain in muscle, high blood pressure, disturbance in sleeping, this kind of things could come up. Because if you are exposed to prolonged period of noise in the level of 60 to 90 decibel. 60 to 120 decibel, if it is so, then damage to health and ontological effects could be there. That means diseases at the ear could get. Long-term pain in the head could be there if your noise level exposure is above 120 decibel. Okay. So knowing these effects is one thing, and another important thing is to know what is the uh, amount of noise pollution in your in your surroundings. Okay, that is what I want you all to do in this tutorial. Noise pollution practical. What is it that you will do? You will measure the noise pollution in and around your home using noise meter. So since you do not have this device, you will use the app. You will use the app on your Android phone and you will measure the noise. Okay. How can we control noise pollution? If you Let's just talk about what you can do at your home. Control at the receiver side. You are the receiver at your home. So various kinds of control measures can be taken up at the receiver's end. Maybe uh, actually some of these control measures are related to what? Okay. Sound insulation at construction stages. You can provide sound insulation at your home also. If you have sound insulation devices at your home, maybe if the walls, exterior part of the walls are having smooth finish, then you will have more sound reflection. Less sound will get absorbed. Okay, such kind of things can be done to reflect the sound. Suppression of noise at source, if that can be done. It is related to sound insulation at construction stages also. If you can stop the sound or if you can suppress it, you may not stop it, but you can suppress it at the source itself, that also can help. Acoustic zoning and legislative measures are similar points of it. If some laws can be brought out that you are not supposed to honk the vehicle when you are passing through hospital zones and educational zones, that could reduce noise pollution. Plus, if industries are not allowed to be constructed in the residential and educational zones, that also can be helpful in reducing noise pollution. So that is basically acoustic zoning. Okay, and it can be done by bringing out legislative measures. Okay, planting of trees is also a very important and very effective strategy. If you have two zones, industrial zone and residential zone side by side, you can plant trees in the middle. The trees will affect, or the trees have a great uh, capacity to absorb noise. Okay, so this also can be taken up. Okay, so this is all about your noise pollution. Any question that you might have, ask me. Okay, I'm here with you up till 6 p.m. I will suggest you to start finding answers to the tutorial 5 that I've given you. That is about your days observed all around the world and in India. You can write that. If you are interested in calculating or measuring the noise pollution in your own home, you can also do that and let me know on the chat box what decibel you are getting at your home. Okay, that also you can do. Any question that you might have, you can ask me. Okay, that will be all from my side. I'm open to your questions now.